Welcome to BNC Sports. I'm James Hill. As you may know, the coronavirus is postponing athletics across the world. Today I talk with Florida A&M head football coach Willie Simmons via Skype about HBCU student athletes, the MEAC, and his thoughts on a challenging time for all human beings. Check out this Black News Channel exclusive interview. Coach, talk about this time of year when all of a sudden there's a virus, everybody around the world is alarmed, and there's no spring football right now. Everybody is kind of focused on being quality human beings and making sure that everyone is safe. Talk a little bit about it from a coach's perspective.
Well, it's obviously unprecedented times for us in the coaching profession. We've never had a situation this dire, where you're looking at cancellations of entire seasons, practices, and beyond. And so my primary concern right now is to try to get a hold of this thing, get a full understanding of the potential of it, how to best keep our student athletes safe, how to keep our family members safe, and that's what we're going to focus on. And so once we can get a better understanding of this virus and the potential of it, then we can begin to make some decisions about the long-term viabilities of our athletic programs.
Spring camp and classes have been postponed, but talk about it from the administration point of view. And again, everybody is kind of just sitting back and washing their hands and making sure that we can move forward so we can get back to a point where student athletes can come back to campus and actually play football. But for right now, the world, everything is on hold.
Well, you're absolutely right. And the tough part about this situation is that it's unprecedented. This is unlike anything we've ever experienced. None of us are healthcare professionals. We're academians and coaches. And so really we're just trying to find out from the healthcare professionals how serious this thing is. How can we best keep our family members safe, our student athletes safe, us as individuals safe. And then once we can kind of get to the bottom of that, then we'll begin to make some decisions about when to resume normal operations. But right now, our primary concern is safety, because, again, this is something that obviously has taken all of us by storm, and it's something that none of us could have prepared for.
Coach, in this day and age, the internet, the World Wide Web, is definitely a way to communicate. Student athletes will actually use the internet to do online coursework until further notice. But talk about using the internet from a coaching perspective and from the perspective of someone who is actually running a college football program during this time.
Well, we have to be creative about what we can do with the time that we're given. We were going on spring break this coming week anyway, and so we were going to be away from football activity. So this week was going to be basically about spending time with our family and having a good time. Once we get through this week, then it becomes how do we try to have some sense of normalcy, being that we're not really going to be able to be around our student athletes, to be able to continue practices the way that we had planned. And so, there's some things that we can do online, watch recruiting film, catch up on, football cut-ups from last season, try to get ahead, maybe start even game planning on next year's opponents. And so we'll try our best to take full advantage of the time that we're given. But obviously, again, this is something that's new to all of us. So I think coaches around America are calling each other, trying to figure out what we're going to do. Just like I'm sure athletic directors, presidents, everyone involved are really kind of putting our heads together to figure out what best way to take advantage of this time, because right now we don't have practices, games, competitions, things that would normally be going on this time of year.